What do you think is a good starting point for vet minimum salaries in the WNBA collective bargaining agreement?
Honestly, we just want a salary system based on the revenue that we generate. Like it's based on that. The working conditions for everyone. So obviously, we have a great facility here in Las Vegas, but I feel like everybody should have access to that. And then protecting our legacy, like the retirement benefits, should be at an elite level. But as far as like your question, a salary that reflects the revenue share, I think that's the most important.
Here with four-time WNBA champ Chelsea Gray. Chelsea, how are you feeling today? What's up?
I'm good. I'm good. Just finished working out, so I'm feeling great.
Got you getting ready for a rival. I mean, last year
Yeah.
MVP, we looking like two times. We're going back to back.
Trying, going for the championship first. So we're trying.
Got you for sure. So let's get straight into it. I mean, Chelsea, you're from Cali. I'm pretty sure you're back at home. Social media handles, you got 209 inserted in there. That showcase your love for Stockton, with the area code obviously being 209. What does it mean to you to be one of the most prominent faces to ever come out?
So I'm rewind a little bit. I'm not from Stockton. I'm from the Bay Area and Manteca, California. So it's Manteca has the 209. That's been our area code for forever. Like I had my own phone and the first phone was 209 for sure. And so I went to high school at St. Mary's in Stockton. That was like my first experience of like being in Stockton, being around. And so it was really cool to like be at a high school that I wasn't really from too, because I like helped bring like eyes to the school and people that happened before me, like Jackie Jamellos and all these people that were there before me. And so it was pretty cool to bring a state championship to the school.
For sure. Okay, Chelsea. So you're known to be the point guard of the WBA. First of all, those passes, I don't know how you're able to get those off or how you see your teammates, but you do a great job. Obviously, we know Chris Paul just did an announcement saying this will be his last year. What message do you have to Chris Paul as he made that announcement?
Um, he's helped transcend the game of basketball. Whether you're a casual fan or you play this game at a very, very high level, at some point you've come across Chris Paul's name, you come across his game and his illusion to be able to pass the basketball, make people better. He's played for a number of organizations, but you felt his impact throughout the whole throughout the whole league.
So, what aspects of his game do you incorporate in yours?
Really, I think it's the fadeaway off the pick and roll with a bigger defender. He's able to have his like back to the defender, be able to pass the ball, even if he has a larger defender in front of him, and get to his an escape dribble to be able to hit the fadeaway. I think that's really, really hard to do on a consistent basis, and he's always ready to pass the ball if he doesn't get that off. But I love his escape dribble out of the pick and roll with the post player, and being able to fade over the top.
So you mentioned post players. I mean, you've dished a lot of dimes to millions of stars, superstars. But who do you think is the best rim finisher out of all of those?
Ooh.
Let's see. Don't say the wrong answer.
Um, that's tough.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, obviously the three that come to mind is NECA, Candace, and Asia. Right now, I'm gonna say Asia. Just because a lot of our time is like pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll, and in transition. My time with Candace, we would have connected moments, but it wasn't always rolled to the basket, or she was the one make I would make the pass to her, and then I would do the hockey assist. There was this trust, and then NECA always had these great hands to be able to catch anything, and that's what I feel Asia's able to do as well. So, I've been able to play with Asia. In a different time in her career, so it's been a little different.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna say you and Asia's connection is definitely top tier. But
Yeah.
with the Sparks, you had to be there. You had to be there for sure.
Yeah, with the Sparks, it was crazy. I
That was
was young.
unreal.
I didn't pass the same passes that I do now. It's the sample size and it's a little bit different.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, as a franchise, oh, excuse me, sorry. So the Aces are the model of the WNBA franchise today. You were drafted to the Sun initially. What do they do different from the Sun and the Sparks based on your experience?
Well, my rookie year, I was just learning everything. I was learning terminology. I was learning that the travel and how you have all this downtime, what to do with that downtime to be better. And with the Sparks, I was around like legendary players with NECA, Elena Beard, Candace, and just learning from them habits and how to be great, sustainability, and playing at the top of your game in this league for a long period of time. Um, and so it was just totally different. It was a learning curve that I had in 2016, and we ended up winning. So I guess the trade ended up being great for me.
So, I gotta ask you, what was your welcome to the league moment? Like, who did you? Who did it to you?
Maya Moore, man, she like posted me up off of a switch. Elena Beer always had the matchup against her, um, and so I like went up and she spent off of me and like left me like for a second. I was like bent over. I was like, whoa. And so Maya, it was like a mid, it was a midi in the corner, short corner. I wouldn't forget. I was like, whoa, okay. She got different stuff in her back. I thought she was going this way, and she just spent off of me and made it.
Yeah, my MIDI that really should be studied. Not honesty, like it
Yeah,
was better every single time. That was like a layup. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Right,
Yeah.
every single time. So, as a franchise player for the reigning unrivaled champs, do you think your roster this year will be favored to defend the title?
Um, I hope people don't think we are because I like it that way. I like to be kind of the underdog um and I think that we were rated last year.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
about to
think we
say,
were gonna
put in
be.
our
I
face.
didn't like think we were gonna be last, but like a lot of things happen on paper. There's some great teams out here that thinks it's gonna be better on paper. We might be the favorite, we might not. It's kind of the same to me if we're the favorite or not. But I like people kind of doubting us sometimes, and all we need to do is click at the right time.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of salty they raised y'all last. Well, I'm glad y'all came
Last
on
was
top.
crazy,
That was
but
insane.
it's
I
cool.
was like,
Last was
oh,
crazy.
that's insane. I'm just like, who did this? Who came up with this?
Yeah,
Who sent this off with a straight face? But I'm glad y'all came
exactly.
on top for sure. Definitely a proud Rosebud. So y'all know I
Yeah,
was talking about ish when y'all did that. I was like, yeah, don't come back.
yeah.
Okay, so obviously the WNBA in regards of salaries and things like that have been a huge topic. What do you think is a good starting point for vet minimum salaries in the WNBA collective bargaining agreement?
I don't. It's hard for me to give like exact numbers, because honestly, we just want a salary system based on the revenue that we generate. Like it's based on that. The working conditions for everyone. Obviously, we have a great facility here in Las Vegas, but I feel like everybody should have access to that. And then protecting our legacy, like the retirement benefits, should be at an elite level. But the as far as like your question, a salary that reflects the revenue share, I think that's the most important.
So the number being thrown around currently is 220K. So is
Yeah.
that like a good number to you and your close WNBA friends? Like, how's that sounding to you?
Probably not.
Oh, so
I mean,
what is
I
it?
don't know. I think it's depending upon the revenue share and the just percentages that we're able to do. I don't think just throwing a number out there is interesting when I haven't seen that. It'll be interesting to like see if that actually stays and that's actually the number.
For sure.
I don't believe anything until it's signed.
I know that's right. Period. So obviously you're well into your career. You've done amazing things. How long do you aim to keep playing?
As
What do you
long as possible. I want to win as many championships. I want to walk out of here the winningest player with as many championships this league has seen. So um, I'm at four. I think Rebecca Brunson has five. So as long as possible, and I'm being great out there and helping my teammates get better each and every time.
do you see a return to your production level back to where it was, in the early part of your career?
I think it's transformed and changed. I'm still probably around the same like shooting numbers wise, maybe off to 2 to 3 points, but my assist numbers have grown, my rebounds have grown, defensively I've grown, so it's become like complete package. And obviously the rings have grown. So it's just like um I wouldn't necessarily say I'll be back to that. I think it just kind of changed, especially the evolution of the way teams are formed and the way our team has been formed.
For sure. So obviously the Aces have a huge fan base. Have there been any fan interactions, DMs, comments, replies that's left an impact on you and kind of change your perspective in some type of way?
Um, Change perspective. I realized that just me being and talking and is part of um young kids and seeing somebody that looks like them achieve their dreams. And so it's pretty cool when people's like, you've inspired me in this way. After coming to a game, I'm inspired in that way. Me seeing you and your family and your son, it's inspired me to live out my truth this way. And so all of those messages, and whether it's through social media or in passing throughout games, is really heartfelt, man. I know I can't give the same amount of time to everyone, but I hear a lot of the things, I see a lot of things, and I'm appreciative of the fan base that we do have, and that I can affect them in some way.
Yes, for sure. I want to say because you definitely, I can definitely see you after games like interacting with fans and
Yeah.
giving hugs, high fives, taking pictures. Even I'm a testimony because like you came up
Yeah.
to me and I wasn't even supposed to be on the floor, Chelsea. That's the crazy part. You was not supposed to talk to me, but you did. You're a real one. So
Timing, man.
yeah, you're a real one for sure. You spoken on building generational wealth and financial literacy. When did you embark on the journey of understanding the impact of being financially literate, and how can it help you?
Um, there's not this isn't talked about, or wasn't talked about in my household, and around with people that look like me at a young age. Is something that you kind of have to understand and grow over time. And it's like listening to conversations, doing the work yourself. So I would say a few years ago is when I was really like, okay, what does this mean? What does that mean? Let me understand this and that, to understand where I can grow, or where it could be in a few years. Um, but generational wealth is like setting up my son, setting up future kids, or future people, my family, for generations to come. Like, okay, you have access to this and this. You conversations that we'll have at home to understand. So when it's time for you to go out on your own, you're understanding it with a good backstory behind it. But all these conversations and getting indoors is just setting up me and my family for success for years to come. And so that's always been my goal, to do that, so the people behind me have a better footing than I did.
Yeah, your son is so precious. Every time you win a
Mm.
championship and you're holding him, I'll be about to cry. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
cut the camera for real. Like the way you just hold him,
Mm.
like the fact he's gonna be able to
He's
look back
great.
on that, like that's
He's
kind of
awesome.
iconic. Like
Yeah.
those pictures are definitely gonna be worth so much. Like as he gets older,
Thank you.
if you decide to have more kids, like it's just you're an icon. You're an icon for
Thank you.
real. So as you know, the 2026 draft is gonna be coming up, and a player who always vocalizes how she looks up to is Olivia Miles. Like, what does that mean to you as a vet in the W to have these college players continuously give you those flowers?
Yeah, I'm, what excites me, is that, like, when I was in school, there was a big gap between college and W and professional. Like, there weren't a ton of conversations unless it was somebody from like your school that you would go back and see. And so I love bridging the gap between college and even high school to the pros, or high school to college, kind of bridge that gap, like conversations. And so I definitely see some of my game in her, in the way she passes the basketball, the way she sees the play happening before it actually happens, and how she leads to the basket. Some people make the pass to go get a basket. Somebody makes a pass, or generates an offense to lead to something better, even if it's not for yourself. And so, especially out in transition, is something that I really see, like the illusion of, like, okay, everybody's looking this way, but the pass is actually going that way. It's such a, like, it's an art form, I would say, and just like you're kind of like making your own art as you're playing. And so, what that looks like, I think there's probably some similarities there with myself and Olivia.
In all honesty, like a lot of players, like it takes time for them to find their niche. But what made you decide like passing is gonna be my thing, and like you've taken that and done some amazing things. Like you inspired me to go outside and pick up a ball and just start throwing it at stuff. Like
um, it was at a young age. Like, I would just try to, like, pass the ball I like a pole and hit the target without even looking. Like, it were little things, and I really think it's like a gift. I would watch film. I would watch, like, um Jason Williams when he was with the Sacramento Kings. I watched Maddie Johnson, Tisha Penicheiro when she was at the Monarchs. So I would watch these players, and I would fall in love with the art of passing, and the art of, like, only having like a sliver of light to be able to get a basketball there, and only you two players are on the same kind of accord, and everybody else is doing something different. But it also allows for that player to be better, and I just love the idea of making others better and making others shine. Um, and so like it just it was a joyful part of my game
Mhm.
growing up, and I loved it. I loved like trying new things. There's only so many ways like you can shoot the basketball. You want to keep the same form, but passing, like you can do so many different ways and things in transition and everything like that.
Yeah, you definitely shown that. I'm not gonna lie, because a lot of times your pass be better than the shot. I'm just like, how did you even do that? Like, I can't tell how
Yeah,
many
I
tweets
love
I've
it.
seen. I'm just like, how did she do that?
Yeah, I love it, man. Every time I step on the court, that's my first thing.
I know that's right. Yeah, I mean, passing, you got sometimes you gotta give up a good shot for a great shot. So I mean, it's only right. So Chelsea, we're
Yeah.
gonna do a quick rapid fire, real quick. You
Okay.
ready?
All
Okay,
right.
but if you
I'm
had to
ready.
pick your own emoji to represent the point guard, what would it be and why?
It would either be the eyes emoji or this one. The eyes emoji because I look different places and it might not be going there. It's just where my eyes go. And this one is like I'm chill. I hang out, but I have ways about me that's like really strict.
What's your post game go to snack?
Post game snack. Ooh, I love Gushers. They're fire.
Ooh, yeah.
Two, cinnamon toast crunch or Fruit Loops.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to Gus. You had me at that, friend. I ain't even gonna
But
lie.
cinnamon toast crunch or Fruit Loops, I don't have it with milk. It's like in a cup or something like that. Yeah, like
Dry,
that's yeah. Try it.
friend.
Try it. Try it. I'm telling you.
I don't know, bro.
Change
I
your
ain't gonna
life.
lie. I've never no.
Try it. Change
What
your
makes you
life.
just ditch the milk? Like what about the milk is just like nah.
I'll eat it with milk. Well, cinnamon toast crunch, I never really eat with milk. Fruit Loops, I will sometimes, but it's just like it's a snack. Like it's just like it kind of curves. Like actually doing it, it kind of like curves like going in the pantry and getting more stuff, or it helps the sweet tooth, but also I get a little full.
Okay, that's real. It does definitely get the sweet too, because I mean that's like
Yeah,
50 grams of sugar. Like
exactly, exactly. But Fruit Loops are my favorite cereal of all time. So
yeah, Fruit Loops is fine. Do you eat with milk or dry?
both, mostly
Okay,
dry though.
okay. I could do. I could do. I mean, you was an analyst for the Sacramento Kings. How was that able to, shift your perspective on the game and able to talk about it, and also show that you're multidimensional as well?
It was pretty cool. It's one thing to like talk about it in your locker room or with other basketball folks that see the same things that you see and been around the team, but actually break it down to a casual fan that doesn't understand the nuances of building a team and the plays that happen before the plays. So it allows my communication has been a little different, like to explain a certain play to a teammate in a different way than the next teammate. Like I practice that all the time with them.
Okay, bet. Thank you so much for answering that. We'll go back to rapid fire. Hopefully they rearrange that right. Okay, so cooking or relaxing at home, which mode are you, usually in on your off day?
Cooking.
What's your favorite meal to cook?
For me to cook, I love cooking a stuffed bell pepper. But my wife really likes like meatballs, like turkey ground meatballs. I do teriyaki with some sweet potatoes, corn on the cob. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you the chef. Okay, I see you.
Yeah.
Chef on the court in the kitchen type vibe. Okay, one song you would want us to put as a soundtrack over your highlights.
Ooh. Maybe Let the Beat Build by Lil Wayne.
Okay. A lot of people be
Yeah.
trying to disrespect Lil Wayne, like Lil Wayne didn't walk, so a lot of these folks can run. I don't like that.
Exactly, exactly. But Lil Wayne is like you don't really have it all until the very end.
That's true. What's your favorite Lil Wayne song?
That's one of them. Ooh, that's tough. I don't really have a favorite. Like I have some that's like Tie My Hands is one of it's with Robin Thicke. Like I just like the
Mhm.
vibe of that song. Obviously, A Milli is like a great
Classic.
song. And I can
Yeah,
rap
Took
it
His
like word
Time.
for word. So
That song Took His Time?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my song. That's one song I
Yeah.
can just really like bump for real. Like
Yeah.
I ain't skipping it when it come on.
Mm-hmm.
Were you able to find you an alcohol plug after the championship that we made that tweet?
Yeah, a little bit. One of the other ones shut down. That I used to have. They were redoing like the inside or something, so they were making it bigger and a lot nicer. But actually, like a plug, nah. Not for real. I was able to get percent off when I went to go buy it, but it was pretty cool. Lobos always show love and send me products. Hall Wine send me product. So I'm a tequila person, so that's what I
Okay.
mostly go to. But I'll try other ones. And Hennessy sent some love, so
Mhm.
some places send some love. So I definitely shout out to them.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how lit were you though after that fourth one? Like, I know you was on one.
10,000,
10,000.
10,000.
Well, I got you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Chelsea. This is such an honor. Of course, keep being great. I'm definitely gonna keep up with you. And thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your time.
Thank you.